No, he doesn't have a different strategy. He's not bright at all. So the tariff thing, real quick, is in the 1890s, we had tariffs and we had no income tax.
Patrick Bet-David sends Cenk Uygur into yet another unhinged rant in this clip, as both Cenk Uygur and Ana Kasparian react to Patrick Bet-David's recent comments from the PBD Podcast, and like clockwork, Cenk just can't hold it together, going off on the right in one of his, usual rants. Let's check out this clip of Cenk Uygur completely losing it over what Patrick Bet-David had to say.
First 100 days, Trump, what do you give him?
Overall, first 100 days, I give it a C+.
C+, C, B-, C-.
Those were the gentlemen over at the Patrick Bet-David podcast, huge Trump supporters who are willing to call Trump out when they don't believe he is doing a good job in keeping true to his promises and actually delivering for his voters. So on Tuesday, the hosts basically gave him poor grades for his first 100 days in office, Cenk.
Yeah, they did, which is weird because I was told that they would never break from Trump, but here they are giving him C minuses. So that must not be true. There must be a different reality. Oh, right, no, that actually did happen. Now, guys, that doesn't mean that they've turned on Trump and they're gonna tell everybody to vote for Kamala Harris. Okay? They're on the right. That's not the question. The question is, are they going to be honest about Trump's downside?
Exactly, and you know what? I want to do stories like this so I can help people understand there is a distinction between the hacks, and those hacks exist. People like Carrie Lake talking about how Trump deserves an A+ for his first 100 days. And then there are people who are honest. And in this case, you have the Patrick Bet-David podcast and members within that podcast, taking a good hard look at the first 100 days and speaking truth in regard to what they liked Trump for, what they wanted Trump to do, and whether or not Trump is actually delivering on those promises. So let's start with Tom Ellsworth and Adam Sosnick, who actually took issue with how Trump has been handling the economy.
An A- on the plan, but a C- on the execution. I thought he got too many things going at once, picking on the Fed, Powell, but I gave the plan an A, but the execution got messy.
I thought that the first, month was awesome. He was signing all these executive orders, he's doing his thing. And then April 2nd, Liberation Day, where he liberated America of like $5 trillion worth of wealth. And nobody saw it coming. So I don't understand the methodology for what he was doing with Liberation Day.
So the Trump tariffs, I think, have really served as a breaking point for the more honest Trump supporters who really did think that Trump 2.0 would be as good for the economy as Trump 1.0, but obviously that has not come to fruition, at least not yet. In fact, we haven't even really suffered the true consequences of this tariff war yet. And the LA port is reporting that pretty soon they're going to experience a very significant decline in products coming into the port, which will lead to some real trouble at grocery stores and real trouble for American consumers who are looking to buy certain products that are now going to be slapped with massive tariffs.
Look, guys, I know Cenk Uygur and Ana Kasparian are probably loving the drama, but deep down, they can't stand that Patrick Bet-David and the PBD Podcast are actually being honest, something the left refuses to do. Did anyone in the legacy media or on the left ever seriously call out Biden or Obama while they were in office? No. There is never real accountability on that side. But Patrick Bet-David, he's calling it like it is. He gave an honest take, and that's what people respect. Is Trump perfect? No. Has everything gone right? No. But the right is at least willing to admit when something's wrong. They're not in some cult just blindly defending everything, and I just think that's the difference. And look, I get why people are reacting emotionally right now, but the truth is, China has been flooding the world with cheap goods, stealing intellectual property, and it's already cost America trillions in lost wages, lost businesses, and lost innovation. Even Kevin O'Leary, who doesn't like Trump, openly calls out China for this. And the only way to fix it is to start building elsewhere. That shift was already going to happen. It just finally is happening now. Yeah, it's going to be tough, but if we push through, the country will come out stronger on the other side. And if you guys enjoy content like this, make sure to go ahead and like the video, comment your thoughts, subscribe to the channel. It would help me out a lot. Let's get back to the clip, guys.
So, look, I've gone on that show a couple of times, and I've agreed and disagreed with them on a number of things. So I know that they actually use their minds, and they're on the right, and so we mainly disagree, right? But they have internal fights. Vinny and Adam, big fight on Israel. There's a lot that Adam is more on our side than the rest usually, but not on Israel, right? Oh, you know why? Because they're human and they have different opinions. Wow. Okay, so that's like these days you have to explain that to folks. Anyway, but Adam said nobody saw it coming. Well, let's be fair. We saw it coming, right? So no one believed that Trump would do the crazy things that he said he would do if they were on the right. Right? On the right, they were like, oh, he's trolling. He's this, he's that. He's not really gonna do tariffs. He's actually a brilliant strategist. And I was like, I don't think so. I think he's a dum-dum.
I have to speak for myself because I didn't see it coming. I didn't. I actually thought that Trump's tariffs on China were smart, targeted, and obviously were good enough for Biden to want to keep in place and even expand upon. I thought that Trump was going to be doing similar things in his second term, but no, he's totally lost it.
No, I thought he would be unhinged because I know Trump. He's unhinged. He's not a smart guy, never has been, never will be. He's a child. I mean, you could tell from the truth. I mean, guys, there's this great man myth that we were all taught when we were kids in the American educational system, like George Washington is a great man. You could never be like George Washington, and on with all the great men. No, they're all human beings, right? And they were in a situation, etc. Now, that's why they put Trump into that category. He was president of the United States. So even though you're seeing with your own eyes his true social posts that are cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, you go, I know, but great man, he's president, he must have a different strategy. No, he doesn't have a different strategy. He's not bright at all. So the tariff thing real quick is, in the 1890s, we had tariffs and we had no income tax. So I think we can get rid of the income tax.
Cenk Uygur loves to bash Donald Trump every chance he gets, calling him stupid, calling him an idiot. But I mean, I just feel like that's anyone on the left, really. And I just feel like it's all for viewership. That's why they bash Trump. Just because they don't have anything else to talk about. But let's be real. Cenk's not even close to Trump's level of success. Trump is a billionaire. Cenk, not even in the same ballpark, conversation or anything. So it makes you wonder, if Trump's so dumb, how did he end up building so much more than you, Cenk? Ever think about that? Probably not. Cenk just hates everything Trump says or does. But here's the funny part. You can go back to the 90s, even earlier, and see people like Cenk, Nancy Pelosi, and other Democrats saying the same exact things about China that Trump says now. Isn't that interesting? Back then, it was totally fine. But now that Trump says it, it sounds dumb and dangerous, and that's pure hypocrisy. And when it comes to the tariffs, Cenk and the left act like it's the end of the world or something. But here's the real question they can't answer. Why is it okay for other countries to put big tariffs in the US, but not the other way around? Why is it only bad when we do it? That logic just makes no sense. Other countries do it to protect their jobs, their factories, their economies, and it works for them. That's exactly what Trump is trying to bring back to America. Manufacturing jobs and the real production. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. What do you think of Cenk Uygur's reaction to Patrick Bet-David, and whether you think he's just projecting his own failures onto Trump? And let me know what you guys think about this topic in the comments, and I'll see you guys on the next video.